This one
You
didn't call
think
for a
this got
garnish.
its name by like someone mixing up this drink? Like, I want a drink with port in it, and then the next person over, a few barstools over, saying, "Bartender, what are they drinking over there? Is that coffee?"
That's an easy way for it to have happened.
They didn't have Wendy's Frosties back then, I guess.
I guess not. Man, they were missing out. Whole Foods, what? You want that? I'm like looking at it too, and I'm wondering. It does kind of look like a milkshake. I'm wondering if just the yolk enough was. Now, when you read the story for this, John, there wasn't any. Was there any?
It wasn't really
Oh, sorry. Go
it
ahead.
wasn't really a story. It wasn't a story. It just said, when properly concocted, or the name is a misnomer. When properly concocted, it should look like coffee.
Okay.
That's all it said.
I'm with you on that. I'm even looking at yours through the screen. I'm like, yeah, it's not quite a pink squirrel. I'd say it looks more like coffee.
I mean, maybe I didn't properly concoct it, Mr. Craddock.
Right. Sorry, Mr. Craddock. Okay, you ready to taste it? Here we are.
Let's
Cheers.
taste it. Cheers. My choice, the coffee cocktail.
I'm scared of the egg yolk, but
Thank you for trying. Thank you for choosing this.
Oh, it's lovely.
That's delicious. Simple.
You know what would go well with this?
French fries?
A Wendy's Frosty and French fries.
It's odd though. The flavors do kind of remind me of that. Like,
It tastes like coffee, kind of.
it does kind of have some strange illusion of coffee.
This is so strangely good.
Yeah.
On paper, I didn't understand it. It's easy to drink.
Really easy. It's jammy, but a little dry on the finish thanks to the brandy.
It's very milkshakey, though.
Yeah.
Very, like,
Yes.
Which I can see the gum syrup adding like even more of that to it. They use that. That was a big pre-prohibition thing, John. In fact, a great local place I think is Small Batch
oh, yeah.
that makes really good gum syrup, pineapple gum syrup, raspberry, and regular. It just costs quite a bit. Yeah, maybe we can work out a thing and start featuring their gum syrup. They can help us out with a little industry discount. I'd love to do that. In fact, I'd start using your things at some of my catering events if I could, because I really love their product. But John, every time I wanted to use it at any bar program I was running, I couldn't figure out a good way to fit it into the cost. 'Cause it ends up being like $1 an ounce.
Yeah.
That pushes up your cocktail margins by a lot. A great product. Can't say anything wrong about it, but yeah.
You feel like it wouldn't taste like coffee if it didn't have coffee in the name? Do you think we're just like, well, that's what Lisa brought up, like we're just like putting that on it?
Yes, I think it wouldn't taste like coffee if it didn't have coffee in the name, but it would be eerily reminiscent of something with vanilla and the jamminess of it kind of and the tannins of the tawny port kind of are reminiscent of that like exhale of coffee
Yeah.
that you're gonna have. So it's not too far off. I mean, maybe there was some like very lightly roasted, not the best quality coffee at the time. Here's my gleam. That could be the case. Not like the intense roasts that we have now or the flavors that we know of now.
It's really drinkable.
It's really drinkable. I got to keep this in my back pocket because I think that is a great. It's a low ABV. Drink this in the morning when I'm camping. Yeah, 1,000%. Are you going camping? Yes.
Hot, or like hot, yeah. Like I was actually even like imagining what it would taste like hot, but you can really have it hot. Like,
It'd be gross as shit hot. Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
It tastes good. Like
It would be gross. So here's why the yeast in the ports would turn. The egg would cook.
oh, gross.
There's a lot of reasons why that. There's a lot of reasons why everything.
Cold
It won't
drinks
even.
in
It won't
camping,
even
like,
taste good.
I'm sure
That
my brain
cocktail
was
that we
like-
have, John, won't even taste good warm either, though. So
I
like,
feel like it has to be super
yeah,
cold.
it's like it's perfect to have now. It could be good as a punch if you kept, but I wouldn't want it to constantly diluting. Holy shit! This is what we do. I got it, John.
Uh-oh.
It's either a smoothie, either one of those fucking frosty
Slushy?
machines,
Yeah.
or a horchata, like horchata machine.
Yeah.
That's where I grew up, y'all. So,
Yeah.
like the horchata machine that just keeps that shit flowing after they put it in and
Yeah.
keeps it cold. If we could do that and pour that,
With the egg,
yeah,
it would.
it just have to stay
It's
cold.
just agitate.
It would
It
continually
has to keep moving?
Yeah, it would just keep moving, and it would have to stay at the right temperature. As long as it's under 42 degrees. Horchata slushies.
I want
Mm.
horchata slushy bad now.
But I want this in that form. Like, this is the first cocktail that I'm like, wow, this is kind of a cool, like, classy way of having a fun,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
punchy
agree
drink.
with you.